Hey, what's up guys? Matt here with Fix Anything Save Money. Today we're going to be showing you how to install all the accessories and how to get your Wild Badger trimmer up and running. If you just got it, we're going to be kind of showing you this is everything that comes with it right out of the box. So we're going to be showing you how to install everything, and this is model WB26BCI. Okay, so we're just going to be pretty much, this is a basic tutorial showing you how to install everything and then just showing you how to start it and the correct fuel to use and which fuel I personally like to use. So we'll get into all that in a minute. I just want to show you how to get it all together. So we'll start off moving this over. We're going to first install this section right here. So you can see here when you get it brand new, it has these little caps, one there, and then one here. You just want to pull these caps off. Okay. And then all we're going to do is take this end. You can see that. We're going to put it in so that it clicks in. Okay. So you can see that's clicked in right there. And then all you're going to do, you can see it's still loose, but when you tighten this handle, spin it that way to tighten it, and that's going to tighten it down the rest of the way. Okay, so now we have that on, and now we're just going to move over to the head and get the guard on. To get the guard on, what we're going to do is use this bigger Allen wrench that they give. And you can see here there's already 2 bolts here ready to go. We're just going to put it in like that, line up those holes, and then get it started. And then tighten it down the rest of the way. So the assembly on this is not too bad at all. Okay, you're just going to tighten this down. You don't want to go crazy tightening it because you are just tightening on the plastic, but you also don't want it loose. Just kind of snug it up. Okay, and I'm going to be doing another video on the trimmer line replacement on this and also carburetor replacement on this. I like to do the carburetor replacement even though this is brand new. I like to make those videos just for the future, because people are inevitably going to be, reaching out with questions on how to replace the carburetor. So we're going to do that as well. Okay, so now we'll put the handle on. The handle is going to sit like this, and you could kind of move it wherever you want. I like it more up towards here personally. So we're just going to remove these 2 screws right here. Okay, and then that just comes right out, and you could just set that underneath, put that underneath, okay, and then just put your screws back in. Just be careful not to lose these 2 washers on each bolt. And then to tighten these, you use that longer Allen wrench that they give, which is nice. They give all the tools you need. So they give you these 2 Allen wrenches. This one was for putting on the guard, and then this long, skinnier one is for getting the handle on. Okay. And you might need to kind of press up on this bottom just to get them started. Again, you don't want to go crazy tightening them. And if you want, you could leave these loose and kind of test it out so you could still slide it to where it's comfortable holding it. Okay, so there's our handle on now. Okay, so now we'll just go through, oh, here's our little We could clip this onto here if you want a shoulder strap while you're working. Okay. And then we'll go over the starting sequence really fast. So to start this, we're gonna load it up with mixed fuel. This takes a 50-to-1 fuel mix. I like to use this True Fuel 50-to-1. You don't have to mix anything, it comes pre-mixed. So I like to use that. So you would just fill the tank up with 50-to-1 fuel mix. Again, don't ever just put regular gas in here or you'll burn out your motor. So 50-to-1. And I believe it says it just says mix right there. But in the instructions, it does say to use 50-to-1. Okay, so you would just take that out, put fuel in, and then when you go to start it, underneath here is the priming bulb. You can see it right there, that little bulb. You're gonna press that 7, 5, 6, 7 times. The instructions say 7 times. So once you have fuel in here, press it 7 times, you'll see fuel traveling up the lines. Press it 7 times, and then flick this switch over to start. Okay. And then all you're gonna do is pull your cord until it kind of soft starts, and then it'll probably start and cut out. And then what you're gonna wanna do is switch that same lever over to run. So flick that down. And then what I like to do is kind of press in here, squeeze, and pull until it starts. And then once it starts, just let it idle, let it get up to operating temperature. I usually like to let it run for a couple minutes before I really go at it, you know. So let it run for a little bit before you use it. And then you can see here, this is kind of a safety. You have to have this pressed down in order to use it. You can't just press that. So you have to have that pressed down. Okay. And then to turn the engine off, you just press and hold that down until the engine shuts off, and then you can release it. All right, so that pretty much covers the basics on setting this thing up. So I was going to do the attachment change out, but this video is starting to get a little bit long, so I'm probably gonna make a separate video on the attachment change. And then, so just be sure to subscribe to the channel. Check out all the videos on this. I'm gonna be uploading them all within the next couple days, but this pretty much goes through how to set everything up, how to start it. So let me know if you guys have any questions on that, and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, if this video helped you out, be sure to give it a like, be sure to subscribe to the channel, check out all of my other tool and DIY videos. And yeah guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.